morning, boys and girls, and welcome to your very first Journeys lesson of kindergarten. This week we will be starting with Lesson 1 in our Journeys curriculum. Before we get started, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Wilson, and I'm the Literacy Specialist at Excellence Community Schools. Every morning, you and I are going to read together. I am so excited to go on this week-long Journeys adventure with you all. This week, we are going to be learning all about rhyming words. Rhyming words are words that have the same sound at the end. I'm going to say some words, and I want you to tell me which words rhyme. We have the word sun, run, and cap. Which two words have the same ending sound? Yes, sun and run. Both of those words end with un, and they are rhyming words. Let's do another one. We have dog, bat, and rat. Listen to the ending sounds and see which two words have the same ending sounds and which two words rhyme. Dog, bat, rat. Which two words rhyme? If you said bat and rat, nice job. Now we have the word rug. What's another word that rhymes with rug? I want you to close your eyes. Think about a word that has the same ending sound as rug. Bug, slug, shrug, a big, nice, cold jug of orange juice. Good job. Let's do another one. Here's the word sit. What words rhyme with sit? I'll give you a minute to think. Sit. What has the same ending sound as sit? Fit, kit, bit. Nice job. Now we're going to work on some sounds. I will say some sounds, and I want you to tell me which ones are the same. Listen as I say 3 sounds and tell me which sounds are the same. K, s, k. What sounds are the same? The first one is k. The second one is s. And the third one is k. If you said sounds 1 and 3 were the same, nice job. I said k twice. Let's do another one. The first sound is h. The second sound is h. And the third sound is t. Let's do it one more time. H, h, and t. Which two sounds are the same? Nice job. The first two were the same. I said h twice. Let's do some more rhyming. As a reminder, rhymes are words that have the same ending sound. Look at this picture. We have a picture of a king. Can you see another picture here that rhymes with king? Take a look. What rhymes with king? Do you see a ring? King and ring both rhyme. Let's do another one. Below the picture of a king is a picture of a bed. Which word rhymes with bed? Does rug rhyme with bed? No. Does dog rhyme with bed? No. What about sled? Do you see the picture of a sled? Do bed and sled rhyme? Yes, good job. Now I see a picture of a rug. Which word rhymes with rug? If you said bug, good job. The bottom picture is a picture of a log. Log. What has the same ending sound as log? Dog. Good job. We have king and ring, bed and sled, rug and bug, and log and dog. Let's talk about the alphabet. Today, we're going to look at the letter K. Can you say K? Let's look at the capital K. It has all straight lines, one line straight down and two slanted. Now, look at the small or lowercase k. It looks almost like its letter buddy. We have pictures of a kangaroo, ketchup, and kittens. All of those words begin with the letter K. Does anyone here have their letter of their first name begin with K? If you do, give yourself a high five. Let's practice writing it. Let's trace the letters at the bottom. Let's start with the uppercase K. You make one line down, a tall straight stick, add one arm in a wave, and one leg in a kick. That's K. Big K, big K. Now let's look at the lowercase k. Let's trace it. Make one line, a tall straight stick. Now add a little wave and a little kick. That's a K, a small k, a small k. Let's go over some vocabulary words. We are going to read a book all together, but before we do, let's review some of the vocabulary words that we will find in that book. The first word is cranes. Can you say cranes? A crane is a machine for lifting and carrying things. Do you see the picture of the yellow crane? It is lifting something very heavy. Our next word is crew. A crew is a group of people who work together. This is a picture of a construction crew. It is a group of people who are working together. It looks like they're building a house. Our third word is gleaming. Gleaming means shining. Look at this picture. This picture is very bright, shiny, and gleaming. This week, our big comprehension skill is main idea. The main idea tells you what the text is mostly about. While we're reading, we think to ourselves, what is the big idea? And this helps us figure out what the main idea of the book is. The main idea is also a point that the author is trying to make. While we're reading, we think, what did the author write about over and over again? Another comprehension skill that we are working on is genre. Before you start to read a book, it is important to figure out what the genre of the book is. There are many different kinds of books and stories. This week, our target strategy is summarize. When you are summarizing, you are telling what happened in the story. You are using your own words, but you are using details from the beginning, middle, and end to tell what happened in the story. This week, we will read and talk about families. To start this, we are going to read this book called Building with Dad. Now, before you read any book, it's important to look at the cover and get your mind ready to read. You have to look at who the illustrator and author is. You have to make predictions about the book, and you have to identify what genre the book is. This book, Building with Dad, is by Carol Nevis, and it's illustrated by Bill Thompson. The genre of this book is realistic fiction. There are many different kinds of books and stories. A story that an author makes up and writes is called fiction. That means the story didn't really happen. Some fiction stories are realistic. In a realistic fiction story, the things that happen in the story didn't happen, but they could happen in real life. Let's predict what this book is going to be about. Since it's called Building with Dad, I think it's going to be a book about a father and a son building something. Since I see that they are in a big yellow truck, I think that they're building something very big. They're also wearing construction hats, which lets me know that they are trying to stay safe while they are building. What do you think they're building? Let's read to find out. This book doesn't just tell a story, it tells a story in rhyme. When I read a story or a poem with rhyming words, I like to read with expression. I try to make the feelings behind the words sound in my voice. Listen as I read this book with expression. Let's go for a ride, my dad says to me. I'll show you the spot where your new school will be. Would you like to help? You can visit the site. We'll check the construction to make sure it's right. Who's telling the story? Look at the pictures. That will give you a really good clue of who's telling the story. You're right, the boy is telling the story. We wait till the groundbreaking work has begun. Watch bulldozers roar, pushing dirt, diesels run. What two words did you hear rhyme? Begun and run. Good job. We ride in the dump truck that's bringing in fill. I push the red button to make the rocks spill. Did you hear two words that rhyme? Let me read it again. Shout out when you hear it. We ride in the dump truck that's bringing in fill. I push the red button to make the rocks spill. If you said fill and spill, you are right. I help Dad's mechanic. We count all her wrenches and watch as the backhoe digs long pipeline trenches. One thing that readers do is that they stop to think about what has already happened in the story. They do this to help understand what they are reading. So let's think back. What have we read already? We're reading a book called Building with Dad. The boy and the dad get to go to the construction site. Do you remember what they're building? A school. They watch as the bulldozers are roaring. They see the dump truck that is spilling rocks. The boy is being very helpful. Let's keep reading. At noon, horns toot toot, the crew needs to eat. Dad lets me climb up in the earth mover's seat. Did you hear the two words, eat and seat, that rhyme? And if you notice that this is the same picture on the cover, you are a great detective. Dad's giant grader smoothes over the ground. His steamroller follows to crush the dirt down. This machine is called a steamroller. Do you think that that's a good name for it? Why? Dad's giant grader smoothes over the ground. His steamroller follows to crush the dirt down. We've met a lot of different machines in this book. This one is called a steamroller. Look at what happens to the dirt and gravel when the machine rolls over it. The dirt is packed down really flat. That's why they call it a steamroller. Do you think a steamroller is a good name for this machine? I do, because it rolls over the ground and makes it really flat. Cement mixer turns out gray glop by the yard. The foundation forms. It sets up and dries hard. Did you hear the word glop? I'll read it again. Cement mixers turn out gray glop by the yard. The foundation forms. It sets up and dries hard. How do the picture and the word glop work together to help you understand what wet cement is like? Well, if you look at the picture, I see very wet and gooey gray cement. Then the word glop sounds like something is very sticky and messy. So when I hear the word glop and I look at this picture, I know that wet cement is very sticky and messy. Cranes are like arms lifting girders and bricks. Crews bolt, nut, and mortar them solid and thick. Did you hear one of our vocabulary words? Cranes. I heard that too. Before we move on, let's stop and think about what's happened so far in the book. So far, machines have dug trenches for pipes, they flattened the earth, they poured cement, and they put the girders in place. It looks like everybody's getting stuff done for this school. Zip zap, the power tools fasten the ply. The new roof is waterproof. School will be dry. What is the boy doing in this picture? He's looking up at the sky. What do you think he sees? I think you're right. I think he sees the worker, or maybe that's his dad, up on top of the school fixing the roof. The frames are the rib bones, a skeleton wall, outlining the classrooms, the gym, and the hall. Let's take a look at this picture of the boy. Do you think he's having a good time? I think he is. How do you know? It looks like he's smiling. He seems very involved in everything. He's getting a chance to see everything and do lots of different things. I think he's having fun. Do you? The team works inside, welding pipes using fire, sealing windows and tile, running cables and wire. This is a picture of a welder. He is wearing a mask to protect his face. What is he using to protect his hands? Look very closely at the picture. What do you see? Exactly, gloves. He's wearing a mask to protect his face and gloves to protect his hands. The teachers have meetings. Dad's last workers rush. Our wax floors are gleaming. The toilets all flush. This boy is cleaning the floors. When he looks at the floors, what does he see? He sees his reflection. He did such a good job cleaning and waxing the floors that they are so shiny, they are gleaming, and he can even see his reflection. The bucket truck lifts us to check the new sign. I spell out each letter. I'm proud this school's mine. How does the boy feel about his new school? What word did he use to let you know how he feels about his new school? I'll read it again. I'm proud this school's mine. He used the word proud. We know he's proud that he helped his dad to finish this school. Construction is finished. Dad packs his last tool. The children arrive. It's the first day of school. Can you point to all the children you see? Why are they there? Exactly, it's the first day of school. And when I'm a grown-up, I hope I will be a builder like Dad with a helper like me. Why do you think that the boy is still wearing his hard hat? Think about it. He just had a really fun time building with his dad. I agree. I think it's because he wants to be a builder just like his dad when he grows up. Now that we've read the whole book, it's important to think about what happened in the book. This book told the story of how a school building is put together. I saw different machines do lots of different jobs. Working together, the team built a school that was ready on time. I now know more about how buildings are built. I hoped you enjoyed this story as much as I did. I can't wait to read more with you tomorrow. Bye!